listen to me all the time. Too much and always don't. I'm drinking, baby, drinking all alone. Don't know what the hell I got. Whatever it is, an awful lot. Hey, I'm gonna lose control from my liver to my very soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, baby, mind is blown. Never ever wanna answer the phone. Time and time again I've tried, but someone answers and I don't. He lies. Don't know what the hell I got. Whatever it is, an awful lot. Hey, I'm gonna lose control from my liver to my very soul. I don't wanna be lonely. No, 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 no. I don't wanna be lonely. Lonely with love. Suitcases in my hand, packing, baby, packing all I can. Tunes rolling in my head, make me think of all the things you said. Don't know what the hell I got. Whatever it is, an awful lot. Hey, I'm gonna lose control from my liver to my very soul. I don't wanna be lonely. No, 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 no. I don't wanna be lonely. Lonely with love. Don't know what the hell I got. Whatever it is, an awful lot. Hey, I'm gonna lose control from my liver to my very soul. I don't wanna be lonely. No, 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 no. I don't wanna be lonely. Lonely with love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love. Without love. Without love. Yeah, yeah. Without love. Without love.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. This is Good Morning Nanton Live, and we are a little late this morning. So we apologize for that. We're running a little late. There's a good reason why, and hopefully everybody who's tuned in will appreciate what we're trying to do here and why we're running a little bit late. But I'm going to bring McAdoo. She's over at the studio. You can see that I'm on location here. Also, Amanda, well, you're outside. I'm inside. So she's doing live on location. So am I. And McAdoo, you're in the studio there. Do you have the ring light on? Because it's rather dark for you there. You do? Oh, wow.
I do. I do.
Wow. Turn that thing up. We want to see that beautiful face of yours. So Mac was telling me that it was a little light in the volume there. Is it better? Yeah, blue. Go blue.
You've got to be kidding me, Dave. You've got to be kidding me.
I'm done. Okay.
You are.
Okay. So Mac is going to be in the studio. We're going to be live on location. Obviously, we're at the Bomber Command Museum of Canada, and we're hanging out here with Karl Kjarsgaard. And Karl's going to be coming in. We're going to talk about the update here for the Halifax Bomber Recovery Project. So it's a rescue mission. They're digging out parts and pieces from the Baltic Sea, and he's going to update us on how that project is going here in a second. We also, of course, have from Claire's home, we've got our Lauren Billy, and we also have Alec in Claire's home. So they, of course, do our show Connecting Claire's Home every Friday from noon to 1. So kind of the same concept as this, just promoting what's going on in our communities. And I thought I'd bring them in here and just find out what is going on in Claire's home this weekend, or what you guys have planned for the show next weekend.
So next week we're going to be showcasing a new business that is in
Do you have your Lauren? Do you have your microphone kind of like stuck underneath
It's
your?
working on.
Is it right there?
Hi,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Okay. Try that. Try that again.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. It's a little muffled, but I think we can do it. Alec, can you hear us? Okay.
I can hear you, no problem.
Okay.
Lauren, is it wireless or do you have is there a wire? Okay,
Yeah,
because we're going
wireless. Okay.
So
Okay,
Lauren, you just say a sentence and then I'll just say it after so we can we won't do that.
Okay, Lauren, let's hear it.
Right.
Just come watch the show next Friday. It's going to be great.
Okay, that's the update. Okay, Alec, can you repeat that for her?
Yeah, we do. We've got a new business potentially coming. It's brand new. It's exciting, and I can't say anything about it, but it seems very cool. And so we're hopefully going to feature that individual behind that business next week, and
then possibly
yeah.
surprise.
And then what? Surprise?
An Alex surprise.
An Alex surprise?
We've got something that we've just started working on, like an idea that I texted Lauren with about 8 minutes ago.
Oh,
something
that's usually how these shows go.
Right?
That's how they're organized. Yeah.
So it's going to make me look ridiculous potentially, but I think it's going to be fun. I think I'm going to talk to Lauren more about it to make sure I could still look people in the eye after if this idea works out. But it'll be a fun little thing we're going to do next week.
Cool. Okay. We have a jam-packed show, so I just wanted to promote you guys and connecting Claire's home. And then we will see you guys next week. But man, we've got to get going here because we've got an engine run to do the Bomber Command Museum. So
have fun, you guys. I'm really stoked for the show, Dave. I think this is awesome.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Okay,
you got it.
Have a great weekend.
See you later.
Okay,
bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. So we are going to now get to the birthdays really quickly because I of course want to bring in Karl here. Karl, I'm going to bring you into the show right now. Okay, so Karl. Now you're a little bit fuzzy there, but that's okay as long as we can hear you fine. So let me turn up your microphone and make sure that your microphone is working well.
Sure, David. Well, welcome to the Bomber Command Museum of Canada.
Oh, that microphone is working really well.
It's working great.
Isn't that nice? What a voice,
yeah.
eh? Just want to listen to these stories all day and all night. Okay.
Some of them are true.
Now is your singing voice as good as your speaking voice? Because we have to do happy birthdays.
No, not really.
That's great.
I can sing along to the radio in my truck. That's about it.
That's great. So that's perfect. We're looking for people who have terrible singing voices who can make the birthdays even more entertaining. So we don't have a lot of birthdays here. So we've only got two this morning. So we got Tamara is having a birthday. And we also have Sandy Rhodes is having a birthday as well. So I think there's one other birthday we don't have in here, right? Isn't it from Cattleman's Corner?
Yeah, Joe from Cattleman's Corner's birthday is today. I didn't have a chance to put her in the list. Sorry, Max, but
okay.
Jeez.
So why don't we so let's say happy birthday to her as well, even if she doesn't have what we call a slide or an overlay here. So Joe, Tamara, and Sandy. So nice and easy, because our Highway 533 band that when they were entertaining us at the beginning, they're not in their studio either. They're out having a good time. We leave for a week and you get behind. So they are actually not able to. And I know that Vanessa is so happy about this. She doesn't have to sing happy birthday today. So she says she'll sing. Okay. What is she going to? Well, she'll sing it around the campfire, I'm sure. So let's do this. Ready? Okay. Ready, Karl? Let's hear that singing voice. Happy birthday to get that microphone closer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tamara, Sandy, and Joe,
and all those guys.
Happy birthday to you. There we go. So happy birthday.
That was golden.
So that just makes everyone appreciate Vanessa even more, because that's what you could be listening to every week.
That's right. Exactly.
That dog's breakfast of birthdays.
That's right. Exactly. Well, John's having a good time here, so that's good. Let's see. So what do we got for good mornings here? Let's start at the top. So good morning from an anonymous person. Good morning from John. Maria, who is our winner for a Wackabo. And she ended up winning quite a bit, actually, eh? We gave away the $25 and like $150 or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
so.
She ended up winning. So we're going to have to come up with another game. Of course, Jason and Vanessa are watching. Garrett's here watching, saying, good morning, Nanton. And then we've got Randy, who's here saying, good morning, y'all. And let's see. And that's about it for now. So other comments, but we'll get to those later because we really need to talk to Karl. We're going to be doing the engine run at the top of the hour. So here's the situation. We have, and this is why it took us a little bit longer to get on the show today. We have set this up for everybody to see the engine run. Check this out. We are in the cockpit of the Lancaster, and we are actually going to see them fire it up from the inside while we watch the engines fire up from the outside as well. So this took a little bit, and my fingers are crossed. I'm hoping and praying that everything stays stable and it all, we can see this from the inside, but it's a good test because I'd love to be able to do more of this in the future. So the reason why we're doing this is because Karl, who I'm going to bring on the screen right now as well, and Amanda, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you give us a little B-roll inside the museum there? Why don't you just take a walk around the museum and we'll take a look at some of the stuff that's in there as well while you're doing this. And we're going to talk to Karl right now about his expedition. And so, Karl, why don't we bring you up on the screen here? I know we've got some videos here that we're going to play, but basically, why don't we update everybody on what is happening with this project that you have, which is basically recovering a Halifax bomber. So what officially are you calling it?
Well, we're calling it the Halifax Project. And you got to understand, on that memorial wall out front of the museum are 10,500 plus names of young Canadians killed in bombers.
Yeah.
60% of them were killed on the Halifax combat bomber. And so if you had a Lancaster at your museum that is beautiful and runs, what do you need sitting beside a Lancaster at a national memorial in Canada? A Halifax.
Of course.
So we started a special charity called Halifax 57 Rescue. We lucked in. Some Swedish scuba divers told us they had found a Halifax. And this is like 3 to 4 years ago. And so I went over there with my group and we formed a team and we got the salvage rights. And so here we are searching worldwide for a Halifax bomber for Nanton. And now we have found our first one.
Wow.
And so I spent 3 weeks in late June, early July over there with a big 50-foot tugboat and 10 divers.
Now that's a good segue. People, check this out. What is that? Oh my goodness.
That's our beloved River Thames tugboat.
That just made my heart stop when I saw that. That was absolutely the footage on that was,
the drone shots are beautiful.
Oh my! I can we see that one more time? People want to see that one more time. I know they do. I mean,
and
it's unbelievable. So let's just point out. Once you go over the boat, you'll see like a little buoy there, right?
Yeah, you'll see a big orange buoy.
Yeah,
and that's anchored to the Halifax.
That's anchored to the Halifax. That's under the water. Okay,
it's anchored to the Halifax. So that's where we're diving to save everything we can from the Halifax underwater.
Cool. Okay, so let's now take a look. I've got some videos here that are a couple minutes. If you want to talk over top of them, or do you want to just let the audio roll?
Well, let's have a look because I've got a lot of footage. Show me what we're going to share with the audience.
Okay, let's take a look at this first.
I know that this is not glamorous and it is not. So
pristine,
this is the main spar of an intermediate wing of a Halifax, and we found it under the sand. We played detective, and it's got beautiful fittings on it. It doesn't look pretty, but when you're reconstructing a bomber, you need these components to rebuild.
Now, one of the things you were talking about was that joint. We'll call it a joint because
it's a complicated machined fitting that joins the wing sections together, and you'll see it here. Watch this. After 79 years in the Baltic Sea, this joint still has mobility.
So let's take a look. Look at that. So 79 years in the Baltic Sea, preserved. That's incredible. It blows my mind. Really does. Wow.
And the Baltic Sea is 80% fresh water and 20% salt water. So that's what saved us finding all we can from the Halifax.
That is crazy. Okay, we've got another video here. So why don't we take a look at this as well and
Sure.
kind of share with us what this is. So there we go.
And yeah, that's the special flap panel that we found under the sand. And you can still read the printing on the inspection panel on the back of that panel after 79 years.
So what is this? Sorry, what is this panel?
It's an inspection panel on the flaps of the Halifax. And here's the first discovery. And look close, folks. Look really close. You'll see the red printing after 79 years.
Wow. Wow.
So we're saving that panel, and it'll go on a restored airplane.
That is crazy. Okay, so how much more were you able to dig up and rescue on this most recent mission?
On this last 3-week expedition, we got a Halifax rudder, a intermediate wing section, and the flaps on the back edge of the wing.
Okay.
And we did not have flaps, and now we do. So the wing section that we're rebuilding in Arnprior, Ontario for the Nanton Museum
which is what we're showing right now on the screen, right?
Yeah.
So
there
that's
it is.
The wing section.
There's the Nanton's Halifax wing section being rebuilt in Arnprior, Ontario at the rebuild shop.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that is so cool. That is so cool. So, okay, so the next thing I wanted to ask you about, let's just take a look at this here. So I think most people, that's the one thing that's really recognizable. Other than, the exterior is what we as laymen would recognize and see that this looks like the nose of the bomber. Is that correct? Or
that's right, David. And sometimes I think I'm gifted and sometimes I am not. But guess what? I know a guy. And one of my spies in Scotland went to an antique store, and here was the nose turret of a Halifax bomber hanging on the wall. So he contacted me via Facebook and he said, Karl, this nose turret, you better. And so I phoned the only antique store in Cullen, Scotland, got the lady on the phone, and we bought it. And I've been looking for over 20 years for one of these nose turrets. And so we bought the entire thing. So it's just a real gift, but you got to know guys to collect everything.
Just shivers, absolute shivers. And Amanda's just kind of walking through the museum right now and showing some of the other stuff that's in the museum. Now, let me just take a look at here. I think we've got some other videos that I wanted to bring up. So yeah, let's bring this one up right here. So tell me a little bit about what is going on in this video right here.
Okay,
so
now
we had birthdays today. Were you singing here too?
Okay, when a hockey team is good, they hang out together.
That's right.
Because they're kind of like brothers and sisters and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We had 2 birthdays in 1 week on the tugboat. And so guess what? Karl got stuck baking cakes. I lie. I bought a cake, okay?
Do we have the cake in here somewhere?
Yeah, there was an initial shot there of the cake. And then there's another shot of the skipper had a birthday. So what we did was we had cake and beer when we were finished for the evening. But I love these guys. They are a real good team, and they're all volunteering, and they love this project of Save the Halifax. They're Danes, Swedes, and a beautiful lady from Uruguay.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Okay, so now one thing that we were talking about was, of course, the reason why you're doing this is to bring this to Nanton and be able to expand the museum. You can't do that without some sort of funding, you need to be able to collect some donations and stuff.
Yep.
So why don't we talk a little bit about what people can do to help you out, and maybe use this that's on the screen there as a little talking point.
Every once in a while, we find little treasures that get donated, and we gather them. And these are 2 RCAF Irvin parachute canopies. And ladies, if you like the aesthetic thing, why don't you hang these as canopies over your four-post bed? Or man cave, anybody in there that's got a big shop, and for a donation of $750 or more to the Halifax project, you can have one of these parachute canopies, and they're in beautiful condition, and they were thrown in with the deal, and we just wanted to show that as something wild and wonderful that you could get if you will support the Halifax project.
Okay, I'm going to bring something else up on the screen. So we want to bring this up now. This is now. Correct me if anything's wrong here. Make sure we correct it. But this is what the information I got on how people can help.
Sure. And so if you want to copy this down, so our email address is 57rescuecanada@rogers.com, or and you can contact me there anytime. Or if you go on a Google search, put in fundraiser 417498, and you'll see all the videos and all the photographs of recovering the Halifax, and you will have an opportunity to donate to help out the Halifax project.
Cool. Very cool. Okay, now today we're going to be doing this engine run with the Lancaster first. And I just want to check and see where everything is as far as our pilot is concerned. Let's see, it looks a little choppy, but we can still see inside the cockpit there.
Yeah,
So
there's Brian Taylor preparing the Lancaster. And just let me add something here, David.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful idea of yours to put on the internet our Nanton's Lancaster doing engine runs. Think today, Nanton, tomorrow, the world.
Yes.
Because we can share these engine runs of the Lancaster, only one of 4 in the world that runs. We can share this from Nanton on your TV station around the world.
Really cool. Really cool. Okay, so it looks like they're getting seated and ready to go. So we've got the one shot there of the pilot. Now, I did have a camera that was supposed to be looking at the chief engineer. It looks like that camera is not working right now, so hopefully next time we can get that camera working and we can see both the chief engineer and the pilot. But Karl, can you kind of explain what the role is of the chief engineer and the pilot when they're trying to do these engine runs?
Yes, when you have a 4-engine heavy bomber, you need a flight engineer to run the electrics and the fuel, while the pilot controls the aircraft and runs the engine. So it's a 2-man crew, and so you've got pilot and flight engineer, and sometimes we have guests in there for engine runs.
Right.
And so they're just doing the pre-commentary before the engine run of the Lancaster, which should start within 2 to 3 minutes. So, what can I say, David? You guys are sharing the world with the world, and we thank you for coming to the Bomber Command Museum and having us on. And folks, come on over. We're going to show you underwater video footage today that you will not believe. It's really cool.
So look at this. We got John, who joined us for the show, said, very cool. I've had the honor of being in the cockpit, like you were talking about, for a startup. It was freaking awesome. So I can only imagine, this is going to be insane. And it's an honor for us to be able to do this. I love the fact that we've got a world-class museum right here in our community. Our small 2,400 people that live in this community.
Okay, David, here's picture this. If we put rear view mirrors on the Nanton Bomber Command Museum, if you look in those mirrors real close, you'll see all the other museums behind us.
That's right. That's right. The humble man that you are.
I moved here from Ottawa 15 years ago to be in Nanton with this museum, and it's the best move I ever made.
Wow. That says a lot, man. This is so cool. Okay, so Amanda has been showing us the inside of the Bomber Command Museum, but we do need to get her outside so we can see the engine run. So she's going to thumbs up. Okay, good. So she's going to make her way outside because it is coming 11 o'clock right now. That is the time that they're supposed to be doing it. And if I know anything about military personnel, they're nothing short of punctual. So we should be seeing the. Now I don't know where Amanda. Now you can see it on the screen there. Where is Amanda? I want her to get the best shot, the closest shot, without being in the danger zone. Danger zone.
Well, so if she just moves up to the edge of the grass, then she will be front row center on the Lancaster. And then you'll be able to hear the Merlins when they light up.
Okay. And we are going to keep her microphone muted because I know these engines can be super, super loud. So I don't know. I don't know how brave Amanda is actually with these engine runs. So she might be standing exactly where she wants to stand, and she doesn't want to get any closer. Give us a thumbs up if that's the case there, Amanda, or can you get closer? No, you don't want to get any closer than that. Okay. Oh, she's, oh, look at this. The bravery, the courage to get up even closer. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Wow. Okay, so we've got the engine runs happening, and Karl just mentioned that he's got to go because he is going to be starting up the Merlin.
We're going to start up the Bristol Hercules, our first running engine for the Halifax Bomber. So I'll go out and prepare the engine, and after the Lancaster's engine run is done, then we're going to make some noise with our pet monster.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, Karl.
Okay.
Have fun with that. We'll show it, okay?
Well done, David. Thank you. Thank you.
I will mention here, just looking at it on the screen, it looks like the propellers are not moving very fast. That's actually caused by the shutter speed of the camera. And depending on the shutter speed of the camera, it will make it look like the propellers are not moving that fast at all, when in fact they are actually full throttle on the plane right now. So it's a little bit of an optical illusion because of the shutter speed on the camera. Well, you'll see that second engine. Now, I wish Karl was here because I'd ask him. I know he had to go get ready for the next startup of the Hercules engine that will be running here in a second on the trailer. But you'll notice on the left side, and I don't know if Nanton can hear me, but on the left side of the screen, you'll see, oh, let's see if they're going to take a look inside the cockpit here, and sounds like they're opening it up just a little bit more. We'll try to catch it on the shutdown of the engines as well. So as I was mentioning, on the left side of the screen there, you'll see that there's actually a propeller missing. And that's because that propeller has gone in for some repairs. It's my understanding there's an alignment issue with that propeller. And of course, if a propeller is out of alignment, you can imagine that to be extremely dangerous if the propellers are moving and turning at high speeds like this, that kind of weight. So they have removed that propeller, and it's in shop right now being repaired. And I think Karl said that they expect to get it back in about 6 weeks or so. So hopefully it will be back. So I'm not sure when it went in for repair, so maybe it's already been in for repair for 3 weeks. So if it's back in another 3 weeks here, then that'll be really cool. Now it looks to me like and again, this is a little bit of an optical illusion for me, because that left propeller looks like it's slowing down, but it may not be. It may still be going full speed because of the shutter speed of the camera. So I'm trying to teach here when you can shut the engine down so we can actually take a look at it. So we're going to go back in the cockpit. And actually, this view of the cockpit is actually really good. I'm really happy with this. Very excited to have this kind of footage. And I just want to make it better every time so that when we do these engine runs, we can bring this to the world and show everybody what history looks like in the modern age. And it looks to me like he's getting ready to shut these engines down now. Take another look. So cool. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to bring this up one more time. If anybody wants to donate or sponsor, then get a hold of the Bomber Command Museum of Canada in Nanton, Alberta. And you can have your hand in history as it's happening for the Halifax Bomber Rescue Mission, pulling bomber pieces out of the sea. I also was asking Karl about when they think they're going to be able to wrap that up. I think he said he has one more year, so next year could be like the final year in Sweden, and then they'll have everything that they need from that expedition. And then there's other parts around other parts of the world that need to be curated. And it looks like, now I'm not a pilot, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. That looks like the throttle, I would assume. So they might be bringing it down now and getting ready to set the engines down. Oh, I think I just heard one cut. So take a look here. Yeah. Those engines starting to wind down. Again, take a look here, and yep, there's cut. So they're going to cut the fuel to one of the engines, and the other ones are going to be coming down as well. We'll just go back in the cockpit and take a look at this. Very, very cool. So cool. If I hadn't been doing entertainment all my life, then this is what I probably would have wanted to do. Absolutely fascinated with aviation. So there we got the one engine that's now come to a complete stop, and the other engines are being cut as well, and those are slowing down. Wow. Okay, while they do that, and I'm going to try to find somebody because I want to make sure I give credit to everybody who's been a part of this today. But while we're doing that, and yeah, the applause from the audience. Amanda, can you turn around and kind of take a look at who's out there? So we got, like there, there you go. We always get a big audience for these engine runs. It's pretty cool. So I'm also going to ask Amanda if she can come into the hangar here for a second because I'm going to get her help with something. Actually, you know what, Amanda, you can hear me, so you don't need to come into the hangar. If you can hear me, maybe ask the names of the pilot and the chief engineer. I know Roger is the chief engineer. Maybe get a last name, and if you can tell us who they are, maybe if they come down the ladder there, maybe just show them and let's get their names and give them thanks for what they're doing there in the cockpit and in that plane to make these engines go. So once they get the ladder there, I think you can actually go right in there and we can say hi to them and thank them for what they're doing, get their names. And I'm going to, in the meantime, just make mention here, September 19th to 25th, we've got the Smile Cookie at Tim Hortons happening. So this is going to be in support of NAPS, Nanton Animal Protection Society. So make sure you get down to Tim Hortons, buy up all their cookies. It's the Smile Cookie campaign right now, and that's going to happen from September 19th to the 25th. Amanda, can you actually come on here and just tell us a little bit more about what's happening on the show next week with the Smile Cookie?
So GCS Automotive has sponsored us to purchase 50 Smile Cookies and go around town during Good Morning Nanton Live and hand them out to people and make them smile. So on behalf of NAPS, we're going to be doing that and just also promoting the campaign a little bit more. So
McAdoo,
we'll probably talk. We'll maybe have somebody at the shelter to talk about the kittens that are available too.
Okay. So McAdoo, how do you feel about the assignment of going out and handing out cookies and maybe eating a few yourself?
That sounds absolutely wonderful.
And maybe
that's
cuddle
going to be your
a
assignment
kitten.
next week.
And
What's that?
And
maybe cuddle a kitten. Maybe
cuddle a
we'll
kitten.
take kittens with us while we go around passing.
Hey, I like it. That's not a bad idea.
Maybe we can find some kittens, some homes.
That's really cool. Okay, so let's just take a look again. This is our pilot. I should have put the names up here because they deserve to get that recognition. Hopefully,
I wonder.
Well, we won't do anything.
I wonder here if we can just ask this gentleman. Can you tell us the pilot's names?
Memo on the
pilot was Brian.
For tours.
Rick was the engine.
Brian and Rick.
Sorry, Roger.
It's Rick.
Oh, Roger.
Roger. That's what I thought. Okay. So Roger's the engineer. Let's see who's coming down here.
So
Rick's
we're
one
going
of
to
the
do
trainees.
roughly 11:30.
Oh, Rick's a trainee. Look, his hair was black when he went in there.
There's only 2 girls, so there's no man down here to collect money, right?
Are they coming down right now? Do you want to ask them if they're coming down right now? I could probably take a look
Just
inside.
I
Summer
don't
here.
know what he's doing.
They're hanging out. They're hanging out
He's
in the
just
cockpit.
chilling.
So they're chilling in the cockpit there. So that's really cool. Okay, so why don't we do Mac? Do you have your joke of the week ready to go? Because we still have to do your joke of the week. So why don't we do that? And while we do that, maybe Amanda can head over to the Hercules engine that's going to be starting up here soon, and we'll see if we can get the good timing on that as well. So, because I know that Karl headed. Take
heed of.
Take it heated
Take heed. Headed. Head up.
Jason said kitten giveaway. I don't think Jason and Vanessa are going to be on the show again next week because they're going to be wanting to go around eating the cookies and handing out cookies. Well, I don't think any of us are going to be on the show next week because we're going to be out, handing out cookies and eating them. So, okay, see how close you can get to that. And while we do that, why don't we bring Mac in and let her take over for this part because I want to see how many laughs you can get today.
Okay. So, let me just get my stuff up and do my intro. Okay, so it's smile. It's the cheesiest joke of the week. And I'm actually in the studio to do it this week, so yay. Bet Dave's happy about that. But anyways, okay.
I am.
Neutron walks into a bar and orders a drink. When the Neutron gets his drink, he asks, "Bartender, how much do I owe you?"
Hold on. Don't give the answer yet. I want to read this again. The Neutron walks into a bar and orders a drink. This is a really complicated joke. When the Neutron gets his drink, he asks, "Bartender, how much do I owe you?" Okay, I'm ready.
The bartender replies, "For you, Neutron, no charge."
Oh. Okay. I like that one. That's good.
I'm doing chemistry and science right now, so I
Yeah.
thought it was the perfect joke.
Yeah, I'm digging that one. That's pretty good, actually. I don't know if anybody else heard that. It's probably the situation we're going to have to tell the joke again because everybody's like, "Oh, I didn't hear it. What was it? What was the joke?" But you know what? I'm going to give it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I'm giving it a thumbs up. So laugh out loud, love mom, and also had Irma here who said that was cute. So far, people are liking the joke. So three out of 3 so far. So that's good.
Yay.
Okay. So we are now over to the Hercules. Now you said it was the Bristol Hercules, right? That was the name of the engine. I'm so ignorant when it comes to this stuff. I think I call it, what did I called it the Merlin earlier for some reason. I think I get Top Gun or something on my head. We got Jason. Jason said, laugh out loud, science humor. That's his kind of thing, right? Anything for Jason, it's anything that's science, I think science related, or science fiction related. So any joke like that, those would be his kind of joke. Okay, so they're going to be starting that up. Now, I'm not sure what time they're going to be starting it up. So why don't we do this? I have a really cool video that I want to show you guys, and it's actually a music video that was created, and it was in honor of the Halifax bomber, the Sweden rescue mission. So I want to play that. I'm going to bring that up here right now, and we're going to watch that, and hopefully right after we see this and watch this, we'll see the Bristol Hercules fire up. So let's watch this first.
On August 8, 1943, a Canadian RCAF Halifax aircraft was hit by lightning. Losing 2 of its 4 engines, 7 crew members bailed out, and the aircraft carried on until crash landing in the Baltic Sea. This incredibly rare aircraft has now been located. Welcome to airplanehunters.org. The River Thames docked in the Teleberg Harbour to join the Canadians who would not be denied. From Sweden the divers were ready for battle to bring back the warplane that fell from the skies. What a time to save history as time passes onward. While the world moves so quickly, we follow the dream of bringing great honor to those who have fallen. The time, dedication from the Three Nations team. They're under the water, Halifax rises. No matter the hardships, one piece at a time. Today the great veterans can only remember a plane from the ages, it's one of a kind. What a time to save history as time passes onward. While the world moves so quickly, we follow the dream of bringing great honor to those who have fallen. A true dedication from the Three Nations team. It's not for the money, it's more for the young ones. We'll see these great aircraft captured in time, so no one forgets about all who have fallen, and never for more shall they be left behind. What a time to save history as time passes onward, while the world moves so quickly we follow the dream of bringing great honor to those who have fallen, a true dedication from the Three Nations team. What a time to save history as time passes onward, while the world moves so quickly we follow the dream of bringing great honor to those who have fallen, a true dedication from the Three Nations team, and never for more shall they be left behind.
There we go. Airplane Hunters. So we've got, let's see, Blondeau and his company put that together. And so we want to give thanks to them. And it looks like they might be getting ready to start this engine up here. So, Amanda, are you able to get around to the other side, the front of it?
The front of it?
Or do you not want to?
Well, this wasp is following me around, so I might.
Oh, you got a wasp following you around.
I'll trick it and go to the other side.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, there you go. So you can get right up.
Just
Even up, like, are you able to get inside the rope there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jerk.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'll just come right straight on it.
Hey, Mac, get off your phone for a second. You're on a show. So they're going to start up this engine. Mac, I want to get your opinion. What do you think of this stuff? You're a young 14-year-old. Is this stuff of interest to you at all, or?
I think that it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
So I'm just going to say, before when we were watching the Lancaster,
I don't think you can say anything now. Mac, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I can hardly hear you. This engine is loud. Let's see if we can turn this off here. Let's see if we can get.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we'll adjust the volume a bit here. Dad just joined us from Cincinnati. Said a little late, but I've been working. Hi from Cincinnati. And Dad, you missed in the cockpit of the Lancaster bomber. We actually did the engine run at 11 o'clock. And so you have to go back and take a look at the video. But it was pretty cool. We were able to actually be inside the cockpit with the pilot while he was starting up the engines. And now we're watching the Bristol Hercules. John helping me out with plane engines. And so we're doing the engine run on this. And again, I'm going to bring this up for everybody who's watching this because this is extremely important. That if you want to help out, you want to donate at all, or you want to sponsor anything, then you can email or use the fundraiser 417-498. I believe that's at one of the their financial institutions. But you can get a hold of the Bomber Command Museum of Canada, and you can find out more information about how you can help them out. And the other reminder, next week we're going to be going around town giving some cookies away. Tim Hortons cookies for Smile Cookies, support local charities, going to NAPS, the Nanton Animal Protection Society. It's going to be September 19th to 25th, so get in there. Let's raise some money for NAPS. And we are going to finish the show off today with this engine run, Bristol Hercules. And thank everybody, including Karl and all the people who have tuned in today to watch. I know Roger, chief engineer, who helped out with the engine run inside the plane. We are going to keep working on getting better shots for future engine runs so that everybody can really enjoy every aspect of it. So we're going to let this engine take us out of the show and wish everybody a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in again. And if you know anybody that wants to be a part of the show or be promoted on the show, let us know. That's what we're here for. Having some fun, joking around, smiles, laughs, connecting with the community, engagement. We appreciate all the comments that have come in. We want to keep doing it every week here to promote our community of Nanton. So thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on Good Morning Nanton Live. Karl, take us out.